Hello students, A2 Chemistry, chapter is Chemical Energetics, lecture number 7. In this lecture, we are going to talk about what are the different types of calculations that can be asked based on Hess's law and Born-Haber cycle in your A2 syllabus. Remember, there are two different types of calculations that are commonly asked based on Born-Haber cycle. Number one, about the formation of ionic compound, and number two, about the formation of ionic solution. Now in this lecture students, I am going to tell you a shortcut method without using a notebook, without using a sketch, without constructing Born-Haber cycle and writing equations for Hess's law. Simply by using a calculator you can do calculations asked in your A2 exams. Now let's start with the first type of calculations based on for the formation of ionic compound. Now simply in this case student, what you will have to remember, one thing remember, formation of ionic compound, as I have told you in the previous lectures, it involves two different paths, direct path and indirect path, and the enthalpy change of the direct path for the formation of ionic compound, it is equal to formation enthalpy, standard enthalpy change of formation. It is always the direct path for the formation of an ionic compound. And second thing, you people must remember that what are the number of steps, which are the number of steps for the formation of ionic compound through indirect path. Number one, atomization, number two, ionization, and number three, formation of lattice. So if suppose you have been given the example of aluminum oxide and simply you want to do calculations for standard enthalpy change of formation of aluminum oxide. So what you should remember how to derive a formula. You should write down for the direct path the enthalpy change will be the standard enthalpy change of formation of aluminum oxide, and it is equal to the first step I have told you, atomization. First of all you will have to atomize the element. Which elements are present now? Aluminum and oxygen. So we will write down this is equal to atomization of enthalpy change of atomization of aluminum multiplied by 2 plus enthalpy change of atomization of oxygen multiplied by 3. Atomization is completed. After atomization, in your mind you must have an idea, we will have to ionize these elements. We will ionize aluminum, and you know one aluminum can lose 3 electrons. So which enthalpy change will be involved? First, second and third ionization energy, and since we are having 2 mole of aluminum, so the total ionization energies must be multiplied by 2. So first ionization energy plus second ionization energy plus third ionization energy of aluminum multiplied by 2. Now after aluminum we will ionize oxygen. One oxygen can gain 2 electron. So which enthalpy change we can write down? We can write down first and second electron affinity of oxygen, and first and second electron affinity of oxygen must be multiplied by 3 because there are 3 mole of oxygen atom. And the last step, you know, it involves the formation of ionic lattice, and the enthalpy change, it is lattice enthalpy. Now student, you can see we have derived this formula without constructing Born-Haber cycle. So once you can write down this formula, or even if you do not write down this formula, if you apply these steps on your calculator stepwise, you can do calculations simply by using the calculator. I am giving you the example of a compound. You just try to write down its formula for the time being, and later on you can do it, you can practice it using calculator. Suppose you are given calcium fluoride, just quickly write down its formula. Okay students, without constructing Born-Haber cycle, if you have written the formula, just check it out. It will be the enthalpy change of the direct path will be standard enthalpy change of formation of calcium fluoride, and it is equal to atomization of calcium multiplied by 1 because there is 1 mole of calcium, plus enthalpy change of atomization of fluorine multiplied by 2 because there are 2 mole of fluorine atoms, plus first and second ionization energy of calcium multiplied by 1 plus first electron affinity of fluorine, because fluorine gains 1 electron only, but it must be multiplied by 2 because there are 2 mole of fluorine atoms, plus lattice enthalpy of calcium fluoride. Now students, in this way, whenever you are given any compound without constructing the Bohr-Haber cycle for that compound, you can write down the formula and you can do the calculations simply with the help of calculator. Likewise, the other type of calculation that is in your A2 syllabus, it is about the formation of ionic solution. Let's take the example of lithium chloride. What you must remember, again and again I kept on telling you in my previous lectures, for the formation of ionic solution there are always three different types of enthalpy changes. Number 1, enthalpy change of solution, number 2, lattice enthalpy, number 3, hydration enthalpy. And out of these three enthalpies, always remember the resultant vector is always represented by hydration enthalpy. For example, in case of lithium chloride, if you want to make the formula, you will start with writing hydration enthalpy of lithium ion into 1 plus hydration enthalpy of chloride ion into 1, and it will be equal to lattice enthalpy of lithium chloride plus enthalpy change of solution of lithium chloride. So students, these are the two types of calculations in your A2 syllabus. So you can write down these formula now without constructing Bohr-Haber cycle. I hope you would have enjoyed this lecture. Thank you for your time. Bye for now.